calling up a lot of memories for me, including the injury coming into an important season. But another comment you'd said was the last place. I've been there. And coming back from a last place is a little bit of a cleaning the slate, and then looking to those around you who still have confidence in you. My coach, my husband, not the U.S. ski team coach, he really never had a lot of good to say on my behalf. So yeah, I would nestle in with those who had the confidence and the ability to help me build confidence, and look at, it was important for me too to look at some of my motives, what's important, and yes, the sport's important, and my competitive drive, but other things in life, you know, what's important to me, and work on some balance of and perspective. Who am I amongst my family and friends and myself, and even in a bigger picture, and that's not all defined by a result, and I needed to, you know, kind of absorb that and walk in that humility for a while about, like, yeah, I can live last place.
People still like you.
Yeah, some
for
people.
the most part. Yeah, people that matter.
Yeah, I
People
think
that
it helps
matter.
you grow.
Yeah.
You know, like if you don't have those moments, I don't think you take it for granted. And what you just said, like, it's more than that. A lot of people think elite athletes are defined by what they do in a particular race,
Yeah.
but it's not. So
Yeah, and there's a danger of that, and you can find yourself finding identity in results or publicity or that competitive spirit. That competitive spirit has come kind of naturally to me, growing up with older brothers, talking about Scrappy. That kind of, I grew up with that too, just holding my own. But in my retiring years, I feel like I've had to kind of try intentionally squelch some of that, like looking for a competition. Okay, just chill out.
Oh, I understand. I'm not retiring yet, thankfully, but I entered a wing competition after surgery because I needed an outlet. We're not going to go into that story. But Jesse, your thoughts as well, like how do you personally?
I resonate with all those, all those thoughts resonate with me. I think that the couple other things that I thought about just off the top of my head were just it's okay to let yourself feel crappy about a crappy result, and I usually, when that happens, I let myself feel it, and I kind of give myself a deadline, so I can be like, Pouty McPowderstein for 2 days or whatever it is. And
it's really fun during that time.
And I just let myself be a total, just total downer.
Sad sack.
Yeah. For a while, and then when that's done, it's time to get over it. And I do the same thing. I find solace in I re-enter my training in the sport in the ways that I love it, that have nothing to do with the actual competition side. So for me, it's like when I need to clear my mind, and it's just an awesome, long, beautiful bike ride or a great trail run or something like that. It's definitely not getting in the pool and going right back to work with 20 times 100 on whatever. It's definitely not doing that. I think that you gotta kind of have to refine like the reasons that you fell in love with the sport, and refamiliarize with yourself with that for a little while before you kind of get back into work. And I think the other thing actually too, just on that, it's kind of a tangent, is just don't. I think I got in the, I had a lot of bad races in college, and I've had a lot of bad races, period, but I had my highest frequency of bad races in college. And I think they tended to snowball on themselves, because I would have a bad race and then kind of go like straight into like lockdown mode, and like I gotta just work that much harder and like be that much more closed down and go to bed that much earlier and all the, you know, eat that much healthier and everything else. I just never let myself relax. And so now if I have a crappy race, I still go drink beers afterwards and pig out for a few days and
Ben style.
yeah, whatever it would, the same thing I would do if I had a great race. And you kind of like let yourself go through that ebb and flow and rebuild back in.
Something you just said resonated a lot, and I think a lot of people think you should train harder after a bad race or event, when sometimes it's recovery.
Yeah, you need to
or
do less.
You've already been overdoing it.
Totally.
You need to go back to basics, not go crazier. And I think a lot of people resonate with that, and so that resonated with me. So, Lauren, do you have anything else to add with that? I know
they covered it pretty good. Yeah, I would agree with all that stuff, especially the part about just getting back to the parts of me that aren't an athlete, and making sure I'm not defining myself by my result. And I think that's the same thing with anything, whether it's sports or your job or whatever part of your life. You know, we have these buckets in our life: family, work, sport, whatever. And when one of them gets a hole in it, it's really easy to pay all your attention to that one instead of thinking about the other ones that are full and you know, giving attention to those. So when I have a hole in my bucket of sports, I look at the other ones and spend more time there.